Hi, this is Coach Joe Lucas, and welcome to my Practice Power V-blog for the week of April 12th, 2010. Well, what I want to talk to you about today in this V-blog is what I call the 3 fears of every advisor. Now, the 3 fears are not, fear of FINRA or fear of the SEC or anything like that, although, they might get added in down the road. What I'm really talking about is fear of failure, fear of success, fear of rejection. The 3 fears of most advisors. Now, how does this operate? Well, what I find is with most advisors, and let's not forget we're all human beings here, is that these fears are internal dialogue that kind of goes through your mind all the time when you're thinking about taking action. Have you ever asked yourself, how come you keep sabotaging, or how come you don't go for it, or how come you're not more successful? And what a lot of advisors think it is well, I got to be better educated. I need more knowledge. Maybe that's the case sometimes, but what I find typically is what matters is we got to overcome these fears. And also there's some limiting beliefs, but I'm going to cover that maybe next week. Let's talk about fears today. All right, so fear of failure. How does that affect us? Well, most human beings don't like failure. They just don't. It's not something we embrace. But yet in this business, if you think about it, you're going to fail more than you succeed. For example, if I challenge you right now for the next 10 clients you either speak to or meet with, that each one of them you ask for an introduction, you ask for a referral. Are you going to be 10 for 10 getting a referral? No. You might be 1 out of 10. You might be 2 out of 10. If you're really, really good or maybe lucky, you might be 3 out of 10. So what does that say? Well, you're going to fail at least 7 out of 10 times. So my point is you have to embrace failure. Failure is part of the recipe for success. You cannot have one without the other. So that's how fear of failure manifests itself. Now, fear of success, people say, well, I don't have a fear of success. Why would that be the case? Here's how it manifests itself in our world. Let's say you had a great month. Let's say you had a great quarter. Maybe you had a great year last year. And the little voice inside says what? Man, how am I going to do this all over again? Or, you get out there and you get after and you get real busy. All of a sudden you got more meetings, more analysis to do. Your business is growing, you get all these complexities, and all of a sudden now you feel like you're working harder, like you're spending more time because you're not allowing your practice model to evolve. And so all of a sudden, you've created this monster, you've created this prison for yourself. It's successful economically, but you're miserable. You feel trapped. And so if that's the case, what do we start doing? We start sabotaging. Because in essence, we're trying to save ourselves from that potential future. So you sit there and say, well, man, I don't want to be like that person. Never home, doesn't know their kids, no vacation time, unhealthy, no time for the gym. You look, that little voice says, let's not do that. So what we do, we pull it back. We start breaking down habits. And here's another quick example. If you've had a good run of things, maybe you have a daily game plan, you have a business plan, you have your goals, you're hitting the gym, and then all of a sudden, you're feeling really good, things are happening for you. And now all of a sudden you stop saying, well, I don't have to do that today. Things are going okay, so it's okay if I don't do a daily game plan today. I don't need to make calls today, it's okay. You start lowering your standards, and that's again a way of saving you from being wildly successful. And the last one, fear of rejection. And in fear of rejection, look, nobody likes to be rejected. But sort of like failure, it's part of the territory. Nobody wants to go up to their friends or strangers and stuff like that and get told no. No's not a word that we in society associate with positive things. From being a child, right? No, don't do this, and no, don't do that. So what we tend to do, because either A, we don't want to be hurt ourselves, or B, we don't want to hurt someone by putting them in a position to reject us, or C, both of the two, we will defer. We will not ask for the order. We will not ask for the introduction. We will not ask for the business because we don't want to run the risk of feeling rejected. And so how does that manifest itself? Well, it's like you've had, I find advisors who actually get referrals and introduction, and there's a list. And I say, hey, well, tell me about, follow up on those people. Oh, I haven't gotten around to calling them yet. Dude, it's been 3 weeks. What are we doing here? Why? Because there's a possibility of being rejected. And inside of that person's mind, it's so painful. They rather just have it on a piece of paper than actually take action. So those are the 3 fears. I know I went a little longer on my video blog today than I normally do, but I want to get this information out to you. And if you want to learn more, if you want one of these every day, check out my Practice Power coaching program. It's yours, risk-free, for 30 days. Click the link. I look forward to interacting with you. Thank you for watching. Have a great week.